What's up, everybody? This is DDS, and today I'm back with the DDS Podcast. It's been a minute since I've done one of these podcasts, but today I'm finally back on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Before I get started, I want to take a second to thank everybody that purchased the machine course, everybody that hits me up about one-on-one sessions, purchase beats, all that wonderful stuff, buy stuff through affiliate links, watch the videos, like, comment. I appreciate all y'all. So I just want to take a second to thank y'all before I get started. One more thing I want to note on is I'm probably getting a cold or something. I don't know what's going on. I keep getting like this random cough. So if I cough in the video, I'm apologizing up front so that way you guys already know. But today I'm going to talk about Nipsey Hussle a little bit. As you know, he was just, his funeral was yesterday, and a little bit on investing, and that kind of ties into Nipsey Hussle. And maybe touch on a few other topics. I'm not 100% sure yet, but those two are two for sure things that I'm touching on today. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. So diving into it, Nipsey Hussle was just, they had his memorial service yesterday at the Staples Center out in LA. And I watched the whole thing. I missed maybe about 20-30 minutes of it because I had to do something. But when I came back, I was recording it, caught up on it, and then I watched the procession, and it was just amazing to see all those people come together for one person. And it really made me think about my life and what I feel like my purpose or what I want to do with my life. Like, it made me realize that I want to have an impact like that on people. Like, I don't know how he felt. I never met the man, but I'm not sure how he felt about, you know, like, dang, I wonder how many people gonna come to my funeral. Like, the sellout is an arena for your funeral is amazing. And then to have all those people out there, you know, I felt kind of bad for the family when everybody was crowding around the hearse and kind of blocking the procession as they were trying to make their way to where they were going. And, you know, that kept causing them to stop, and it just dragged on. But at the same time, it was beautiful seeing all those people show love to somebody, and, you know, from the different parts of the world, different gangs, different ethnicities, just everybody coming together. It was beautiful. I actually was going to try and go out there myself, but yeah, I'm here in Michigan, so I thought about trying to buy a ticket to go out there. And then when they said to get the tickets, you have to be a California resident and all that stuff. So I was like, dang, I really wanted to go. But, you know, I still enjoyed watching it from home. Felt like I was there. As you see right there, you probably can't see because blurred out. I got my Crenshaw shirt that you probably saw me wear on the channel a few different times. I have it folded up, put up right there. I'm going to replace that with the Victory Lap vinyl. You guys know that that's been my favorite album that came out last year. Still listen to it heavy to this day. It was, I'm not going to say I was one of those people that listen to it every day, but probably every other day I listened to something off of Victory Lap. And especially when I was going to the gym, I was listening to those tracks. That was the main thing that was in my workout playlist that I had, that and a couple podcasts, because that's all I really do is listen to something to get me started. And then I'll go listen to some podcasts to keep my mind focused on something else while I'm exercising. But yeah, it's just an interesting time. That was somebody I looked up to. I did a video on that. If you guys can check that out, I'll put more about that. I'll put a link to that where you can find out more about that in the description, so you guys could check that video out. Other than that, I just want to talk about, you know, like the side of things that I feel like we could take from this, or the things that we could take from this whole situation. And this is coming from somebody that's a fan of the music and him as a man, as far as the business and everything. He always talked about ownership, finding ways to make money, giving back to your community, things of that nature. So I want to find a way to help give back to my community, help people around my community, things of that nature. I always did, you know, because I said that was part of my YouTube thing as well, where I started doing this stuff because I didn't have nobody to help me with nothing. I had to figure out everything on my own for the most part, because especially, like, I'll take it back to FL Studio. When I started using FL Studio, it was 2000, had to be 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. And I don't even think there was that many tutorials on YouTube at the time to really learn how to make beats using FL Studio. But to take it deeper than that, when I got Machine, it was like no tutorials at the time on how to use it for hip hop. It was other genres. And it was just, you know, you had to take the time to learn different things, trial and error, watch how other people do certain things and try to apply it to what it is that you want to do. So I get a lot of people that say they appreciate me doing hip hop stuff and showing how to do this, how to do that. And I appreciate all you guys for supporting and reaching out to me and letting me know that. And yeah, because especially after this situation, I got a few different people reaching out to me, just telling me that they appreciate what I do, and that really meant a lot to me, because that showed me that I'm making an impact on at least a few people out there, and I want to continue that. So that's one thing I'm passionate about, is being able to help people learn this stuff and how to set up this stuff. I try to tell everybody in my circle, like, you need to create something for yourself. Even if you have a job, or if the thing that you create for yourself isn't bringing in money at this moment, it can turn into money later on down the line. So it's very important that you start doing something to make it, whether it's passive income or anything that is yours, so that way you have something that you could pass on. Like, if I was to die right here on this camera right now, these videos on my channel will still be generating income as long as people watch them. So if they stay at the steady rate that they at now, let's say they don't go up and they don't go down, if it just stayed at right where it's at right now, that's enough money to come in every month to help with a couple bills or something like that. I still get royalties, but I'm gonna eliminate that out of the equation. My course is still up there. The way that stuff is set up is when people purchase it, that money will get sent over to my account, and that could help out with other things. So I just try to get people on that level. And I know a lot of people that want to try different things to try to get different. What am I looking to say? Like, I know people who want to do music. I know people. I just know people who want to do a whole bunch of stuff, and they look for someone else to kind of put them in a position, or they look for like the kind of thing like, oh, I want to get signed and do this. That's where with Nipsey, it was kind of like, no, I wanted to build my fan base, get the data, reach out to them, and be direct to consumer, which gives you more power and more leverage in the long run. And that's why I be trying to tell people, even if you want to work with companies, make it so that way y'all work as a partnership and you're not becoming a slave to them, to do what they say, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, all that stuff. You do it on your own terms. That's one thing that I definitely push with people. And then the next thing that I want to talk about that I'm taking from this is to really invest in your future, because all of the business ventures, it seemed like Nipsey did, was all about investing and building something greater. I know he was talking about doing like commercial real estate and all that. I'm not really heavy into real estate myself. I'm more so into stocks. Like, really, that's my main investment, in stocks. Like, I is that outside of stuff for like equipment and things of that nature that I use to make money, like video equipment, my music equipment, things of that nature. When it comes to just strictly like purchasing an asset that is going to bring value on its own, or has a chance to bring value on its own, mine's is the stock market. So like today, I had some shares of Disney, still have the shares of Disney. Disney is going up. And before I put this out there, I'm not a financial expert. I'm not a financial advisor. So you don't take what I say and just run with it and go do what I'm about to say. Okay, don't go do that. You do your own research, find what you're comfortable with, find things that you care about, and you decide to invest in that. So I'm going to say that again. Do not run with what I'm about to say without doing your research, because I did my research and I have my reasons why I do things when it comes to investing in certain stocks, because for the most part, I pick all my stocks and I've been pretty good at it this far. Haven't took a loss. Even when the stock market was it seemed like it was about to crash, like when it made that huge drop, I was still up from where I started. So anyway, Disney is a monster. We all know Disney is taking over everything. Disney is like Amazon in entertainment. So it's kind of weird. So I was looking at my stocks. I had some money in my investment account that I had not invested, just sitting. And I'm like, man, that money's over there. I mean, I could be buying more shares or something and letting it build instead of having it just literally just sitting there, because it's not working for me. It's just sitting there. It's not doing anything. So I was like, all right, I'm about to go look and see what I want to invest in today. Let me go look at my portfolio, see what's performing, what's in these price range. Let me pick up a couple shares or something, and I'm going to go from there. So I'm sitting down looking at my top performers, and Disney wasn't really my top performer. Disney is one of those things where they have a dividend, which is very important to me, because the more shares you have, the more money you can get from the dividends, as long as they continue to do well and give out dividends. So that's important to me. So I'm like, okay, my top earners really don't have dividends. My top earner off bat, Amazon. I made a lot of money off of Amazon. Second earner, highest earners probably Shopify. Shopify doesn't give a dividend, but I doubled my money on Shopify, and I'm sick because I did not keep all of my shares. I sold some of my shares of Shopify to buy Amazon, because there was a point in time I had probably about 20 shares of Shopify, but I sold a lot of them just so that way I can buy Amazon at the time. Because I was like, oh, I'm not about to spend that money. I'm not about to spend X amount of dollars on Amazon. And I want to say I got in on Shopify when it was like around $60 and I was over 200. Let me check that just to make sure. I don't want to be giving y'all false information, but I believe it is over $200 at the time I checked earlier. So let me just check for you so that way I can give you realistic numbers. Yes, $215. I started buying Shopify. This is just crazy to me. I started buying Shopify when it was like in the 50s and 60s, I believe. Let me just pull up my history so that way I want to give y'all an accurate thing. Yes, my first buy of Shopify was $53.10. I had so many shares of Shopify. I sold them just so I could buy Amazon when it was $800. I'm sick because if I had kept all those shares, that money would have stacked up. But I still kept a few. But I bought one more recently so that way I can start building that back up. Anyway, what I was saying was they don't have a dividend. Disney has a dividend, and plus that's a company that's been around a long time. I have a nice amount of Disney shares. I've been holding them because I believe in Disney as a company. That's very important when you want to invest in something. Buy something that you believe in. I believe in Disney. I love Disney World, love Disney movies. We got Avengers Endgame about to come out 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today, actually. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks from today, Avengers Endgame will be out. So they own Marvel. Boom. That's money right there. So if I'm crazy about all this Disney stuff, why not own a piece of the company? Anyway, I bought another couple shares of Disney this morning. Cool. They come out with the announcement of all of the streaming service that Disney's going to do. They're going to have all the Star Wars movies on there, every season of The Simpsons on there, because they bought Fox. When Disney bought Fox, they looked at it as content going to their streaming platform, which is a genius move. I didn't read the whole article. I'm just going off the part that I just looked at, and I'm going to study it later. Just those two things alone made me be like, yes. And then the price is going to be, I believe it's $70 a year is what I'm trying to say. $69.99 a year. I believe that's what they said it's going to be, or it will be $6.99 per month. That's cheaper than all the other streaming platforms. They are going to take over the game, especially when they already can produce quality content. Just imagine having all the Disney movies. Think about all the kids out there, and they probably gonna have family packages, so you can have it on 3 or 4 different devices. Here's the price for that. Jump into Disney. I can't tell y'all to jump into Disney. Do y'all research and then check out Disney. That's what I do. And this ties into the whole Nipsey Hussle thing because it's investing and giving back. I want to be that person who nobody taught me how to invest and buy stocks. I had to learn how to do this stuff on my own, because before, when I was asking everybody, how do you do this? How do you do that? Didn't nobody know, or they were telling me I was going to lose money trying to invest in the stock market. So let me move this microphone real quick. Try not to put it in the camera though. But yeah, it's just like I want to be that person that to be able to have investing class. Like, I know some people are out here struggling, and I'm like, man, if these people could get this knowledge and they act on it, it's one thing to get the knowledge, but they have to take it and act on it. If these people took this knowledge and act on it, it would make their life so much better. When I look at my investments, it's like, man, I wish I had known this before. Like I'm not gonna go too deep into my personal business, but it's like, the type of money that I could have invested. Like, I'm glad I got started when I did, though. I'm gonna put that out there. I'm glad I got started when I did. But if I knew about this before, if somebody was able to tell me as a teenager, like, bro, you need to start investing. Even when I was working at Target or Tim Hortons, I could have been buying stocks and stuff that would have been worth a whole lot now. And we went through ups and downs through those times, but if you look at the history of the stock market, the downturns, it may crash, but it's going to come back up and go past where it has been. So I continue to keep that motto. And it's like, if we would just be educated about this stuff, we could be better. So I feel like that's something that I want to get into. But the only thing about that is I'm not an financial expert or an investment expert. Excuse me. So I had to probably be careful on how I give out this advice, but I just really want to help give back, help share this information, because this knowledge right here can change people's lives. It don't cost a lot of money to buy stocks. Like I said, I bought a share of Shopify when Shopify was barely, I think it was known, but it wasn't really known like that. That was risky for me. But I bought so many of them. I don't know why. It was just, I'm playing around with this. I'm going to learn the stocks out of Shopify. But the fact that I did that, and imagine if I was showing somebody else, like, invest in this, just hold it, just hold it, just hold it. It may not be performing right now, just hold it. And they would have came up off of that. If I invested at $50 and it's at $220 right now, that one share, imagine that across 20, 30, 40, 50 shares, and you don't have to go in and put thousands of dollars in at a time. Yes, they say you have to put in money and buy bigger shares in order to see a return. But even if you put that 50 in and you see that $150 growth, that's just the idea of, dang, now had I kept doing it, I'd have been up even here. Cause I'm thinking about all that extra money I was spending on this, like this right here. This $60, the money that some people spending on these games to get them other shares and stuff. Like, I think like T-Mobile is around $70 a share. Now for me personally, I like to invest in companies where I see they're growing. I don't like to invest in stuff where it just sits, because there are some companies out there that sit like something, they're stagnant. They go up and down, up and down, up and down, but they stay in the same price range. I don't like stuff like that, because to me, I feel like I'm just wasting my money at that point. Like, I want my money to work, grow. If I lose the money, I'm like, cool, that didn't work. Let me go get something else. This one, let's see if this one works. But I buy so many different things, and things that I trust and know. Apple, Disney, I got DTE, which is here in Detroit. That's the energy company that provides electricity, gas to people throughout the state. I'm not sure if it's in other states. I know different places may have different things, but that's what I invest in, things, stuff that I really believe in, stuff that's going to be around, some stuff that may be a necessity. I feel like with Disney is way bigger than just the Mickey Mouse. You got Mickey Mouse, Marvel, ABC, ESPN, so much other stuff that they're involved in. So I feel like that's something that I can truly believe in. But I don't want to tell you guys to go jump out there and get Disney and then something happens. But I want people to look into it. I'll say that I want you to actually look into it. If you have any questions about getting any stocks or anything, let me know in the comments, and I'll get back with you. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a link in this video where you guys can you sign up for Robinhood using the link, and they will give you and myself a free stock. I'm not sure exactly what stock it will be, but it could be a Disney stock, could be an Apple stock, could be a Ford stock, it could be anything. So I'm just putting that out there so that way you guys will have something to get started with, because it really don't cost anything for you. It don't cost nothing for me. It don't cost neither one of us anything really. It's just you sign up and you get it. You get a stock to get you started. But I don't know, man. This Nipsey Hussle situation really has me thinking about my bigger focus and how I could leave more of an impact. The music stuff is cool, and not saying that I'm gonna stop doing music or anything like that, but it's like, since he passed, I just been thinking about the bigger picture for myself and the impact that I want to leave. And like I said, I don't want to put it out there that I'm gonna stop doing music or anything like that, but it's just like I've been thinking about my impact and wanting to go harder for myself, my family, and just be a better person as a whole. Like, that's somebody I really looked up to. And some of the things that he did was just amazing to me. Like I said, sitting there watching that memorial service, it just blew my mind, man. And like, Kevin Hart was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he said, what did he say? So I don't remember the exact quote, but he said something to the effect of, life is like a book. And it's not about how much money you get. It's not about the material things you get. It's not about any of that. It's about the things that you do for others, the things that you may accomplish. And just how will your book end? So yeah, I could sit here and be like, oh, I got $50 million and I ain't did nothing for nobody except for maybe these 3 people, which is cool. You still did something for 3 people. I ain't knocking that. But if you can get back and touch people and keep planting seeds in the people that just grow and grow and grow over time, I feel like that's worth it. And I've really been thinking about my whole purpose of trying to find something to do that will help grow. And maybe this investing thing will help, because this is something that I'm really passionate about, and I can start doing more videos on that. I may do that. And like continue to give out some more information. Like that's really why I haven't even been on YouTube like that since the passing of Nipsey Hussle, because I was really, well, the first week it was kind of just like, you know, the initial shock, like, dang, Nipsey gone, that's my favorite rapper, man, or one of my favorite rappers. And I'm just grateful that I actually put that in a text to somebody that was going to work with him. I was just glad that I put that out there into the universe, into the world, that, you know, that's one of my favorite rappers. And I literally sat there and prayed that y'all use one of my tracks. Don't know what's going to happen with that. Don't know anything, but I'm just glad I put it into the universe. And hopefully the person that I sent that to will or did share that with him. Like, oh, I got a producer, you know, we working with, he said you one of his favorite rappers and he look up to you and he just want us to use one of his beats. But I don't know. But I'm just glad I put that out there, because I was like, dang, what if I wouldn't have said that, just like, okay, you going to the studio with Nipsey, okay. But I was like, no, man, I need to get this right. We need to make sure everything is right. But yeah, next time, well, hopefully the next time, no, probably won't be the next time. How soon you will see the Victory Lap vinyl over there. I mentioned it in the live stream that I did. I do not have a vinyl player. I do want to get one. I do want to start a vinyl collection over time, and this is gonna be my first vinyl, the Victory Lap. And yeah, that's an important album. I enjoy it, listen to it all the time. My son knows a whole bunch of songs on there because I listen to it. And shout out to Nipsey for putting a clean version on iTunes, because I don't listen to, you know, cussing and stuff around my 5-year-old, because I don't want him walking around cussing and whatnot. So shout out to Nipsey for putting that out there. We've been riding with that for months. I've been listening. I was listening to Victory Lap all last year, so it's just crazy. But yeah, y'all, I don't want to drag on or get to rambling, but I just really wanted to make a quick video on the podcast, because I remember me doing this stuff, and you guys enjoyed the investment talks and things of that nature. So I feel like it was important for me to share this news, because I'm really excited about the Disney thing. I'm not gonna lie, and I feel like it just ties into my way of helping somebody, because if somebody goes and buys a few shares, and that helps them get, if it does go up, because there really is no guarantees that it's going to go up, but you know, with them building a platform for streaming, they're going to be a streaming powerhouse. With them getting with the low price point, they're going to have people, $6, $7 a month ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? People going to be, I pay for stuff and don't even remember I pay for, like, I got Xbox Game Pass and it's like $11 a month. And I can't even tell you the last time I actually played a game on Game Pass. I need to cancel that. I could cancel that and start funneling that money into something else every month. So, you know, I believe that it's going to grow into something and be something big. You know, if you don't believe in Disney, look at Apple. If you got the money for it, do Amazon. Amazon is a heavy one. I think I want to say they about, I can give you the exact price. I don't know why I act like I just can't pull it up on my phone and give you the exact price. Amazon right now is $1,847. Man, like, I want to buy another share of Amazon, but it's like, I don't want to put so much in there, but I might have to. I might have to stack up and get me an Amazon in a few months. But anyway, y'all, I don't want to ramble. Appreciate all y'all support, man. I really mean that. I appreciate everybody that watch these videos. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate the likes, the shares, the emails, the everybody that just shows support somehow. Buy the course, everything, man. Buy beats, whatever it is that you do. Just listen to me, just watch my videos. I appreciate y'all too. Everybody that subscribe, I appreciate y'all. And yeah, man, I hope we just continue on this positive wave that it's all seem like we all on now. So I want to be a part of that, to help push some type of positivity to help change some of you guys' life, or whoever see this. Maybe it won't change your life, maybe just change your mindset, and then you change your life or something. But yeah, y'all, appreciate y'all, and rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. Appreciate everybody, and appreciate Nipsey for all of the inspiration, motivation, going back through all the music, and thinking about getting that book too. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all have a wonderful day.